Okay. Yay. Oh, I don't just one more little click. All right. Well, welcome, yogis, and happy Sunday. Welcome to your practice. And we have a sunny Sunday. It's so nice. We can feel, it's coming. It's coming. And it's so ironic because we were here a year ago welcoming in spring. So that's just what it is. It's all good. But here it comes, and we can feel that rising energy and, more time outside and all of that good stuff coming in. So let's embrace that. What is without is within. We feel all that deeply. Bring your hands together in front of your heart. Good. Let's interlace the fingers, flip the palms. Just take a nice inhale, stretch. And as you exhale, release your hands. Touch the earth and just embrace this, full moon time. Lift your arms up open, palms together. And this time, exhale with reverence. Bring these hands down to rest in front of your heart. Bow your chin. And feel into your stillness, your rising energy, your presence here on your mat. And now it's time for yoga. And let's take a few more breaths here, just settling into your own stillness. And we'll open this practice, and we'll just begin with a nice big breath in. Fill yourself up. Open your hands, turn your face down, and breathe out into your hands. Let that breath wash over your palms. Bring the palms together. Inhale. Open the hands, bow your chin, exhale. And one more, inhale. Open your hands, bow your chin, exhale. And this time, inhale, grow tall. And we'll Om 3 times. Actually, let's exhale this breath. And we'll begin. Inhale. Bow your chin, release your hands to your knees. Inhale. Now as you exhale, just take your belly back, tuck your chin, hold on to your knees, let that counterbalance you, lean back as far as you can without falling. Press your knees into your hands, soften the shoulders. And as you inhale, pull yourself upright. And as you exhale, take the shoulders up and back, chest forward, lift your chin, look up. Inhale, rise. Exhale, take it back. Come up. Come forward. Inhale. Exhale, release back. Inhale up. Exhale, take your chest forward, look up, take your hands to the floor, drop your chin, sway a little bit to the left and a little bit to the right, and just take it over side to side. Good. The next time you come over, let's say to the left side, lift your right arm up. You can take it up as far as it's gonna go, take it back. And then stretch it forward. Maybe it goes a little bit past where the left hand is. Then anchor, lift the left arm up, open. Good, release. Good, drop in here, wherever that is. Use the floor. You can even push and pull the floor a little bit. Find a little bit of this cat-cow action for yourself. It doesn't matter how deep you are. This is the beginning. And now I'm just going to rock again side to side, even taking my head to rest on maybe one arm and then the other. Okay, drop into stillness for a few breaths. And then rise, walk your hands back or lift up if that works for you. Good. Exhale, take your hands to the floor if they're lifted. So everybody's hands are on the floor. Stretch your legs out. Move them around a little bit. Good. Okay. So we'll just start on our backs, and maybe you do this unless you have someone sitting on your mat. You go ahead. I'm just going to take that and bring it down. So you can adjust how you are on your mat. Come down. If you feel like, oh, you can kind of pause, hold it, flex your feet, then take that time and you just keep descending, maybe pause. And then right before you think you're on the floor, maybe you lift your legs up. And we'll just breathe here. I'm just going to kick it up. Take the left leg down, right leg up. I'm not touching the floor. Switch. It's going to feel so good when we get down. Both legs parallel. And then lower down. Turn your palms to face down. Let your feet flop. Let's take a few breaths. One more breath, just like this. Just a normal breath. And then inhale, swoop your arms up to the sky. And exhale, take these arms over your head, backs of the hands to the floor. If that works, flex your feet. And now go for a hip walk. So push one leg away and then the other leg. And notice if your arms start to kind of correspond. And so sometimes I call this like you're climbing the ladder. I don't know if that's accurate, but just feel like you get longer on one side, longer on the other, and then extend both directions. Just reach your arms, press the feet away, take your bottom ribs to the floor. Keep extending, keep reaching. Inhale. As you exhale, let everything flop. And your arms can kind of rest. I'm going to keep them over the head, but if they need to come down for your shoulders, do that. Good. One more breath, do nothing. As you inhale, start to stretch yourself. Nice and long, two directions. Open your hands, spread your fingers. Take the bottom ribs down. Inhale. And on this exhale, right knee into chest, arms come up and over. Clasp your fingers around the shin or knee, whatever you need here. Hug it in. If this feels too deep, bend your left leg. Otherwise, be here. You can rock this knee in and out, and maybe you take it as far in as it's going to go and as far out without releasing your hands. Good. Okay, now just come to like wherever this goes, and that can be between the really far in and the really far out. Just kind of find that place. Let your feet relax, shoulders relax, jaw relax. Just let everything go here. The only thing keeping this knee where it is your hands. Okay, we're going to activate this, but you're going to do that through the hips. So feel, you know where your hips are. You don't need to touch them. You might not feel them from the inside, but you know they're there. Squeeze your hips in towards each other. So sometimes I say take your thighs in towards each other, but if you feel like, oh, I can take that right hip, push it in towards the left, just feel whatever you're doing, like as if you're hugging into the midline. Notice what happens to the feet, the legs, the head. Good. Squeeze everything in. And then as you exhale, now slowly let all that effort go. Just to kind of feel how much there is between this and that. Good. Inhale here, my friend. As you exhale, arms over your head, leg comes back out. Rest, do nothing. Just feel, you held that knee in, maybe it was 1.5 minutes. And notice the difference between the two sides. Okay, extend, inhale, reach your arms, reach your legs. Then exhale, bring that left knee in, change the interlace of your fingers. If you need something under your head, just a reminder to take care of yourself. And then just start to rock this in and out. Right on, Harvey. And so just find, a little bit of movement here, in and out with this knee, knowing we're going to stop at wherever that halfway is. Like just let everything be here. So you're just putting in like The only effort I really feel right now is between the fingers. Everything else, I'm just gonna let it go and go where it wants. Really let everything just, happen. And then start to just activate those hips in towards each other. If that makes sense, feel yourself hug in towards your midline. Notice everything that happens when you do that. Keep it, keep it, keep it, keep it. And then on your exhalation, slowly release it. Let the full exhale embody this release. Everything goes back, and you can feel, oh, if I never engaged, just be all loosey-goosey. Okay, good. And then bring that knee back in. And as you exhale, arms over your head, leg out. Okay, feel your feet on the floor. And you're gonna have the toes pointing up, heels on the floor. Really anchor your heels. Now take the bottom ribs in. Now stretch through your arms, open your fingers, lift your head up off the floor, chin to your chest. Hold that, take your arms up to the sky. Hold all of this. Now you're gonna come up. So you take the arms, your head comes up, find your place, see if you can keep the feet on the floor as best as you can. They might pop up. Hard, I just see hard on my eye. They might pop up and you might need that. You just come up. Once you get up, maybe you reach up. And then we'll just take the hands down, touch the earth. Inhale, sweep back up, reach up. We're coming back down. So the arms can come in front. Take everything in. Take those bottom ribs back as if you're touching the floor. Start to come back as if you're doing cat pose. Belly back, chin in. Lower yourself down. Oh, when I get almost to the floor, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna lift the legs, turn the palms up. I'm gonna pause, smile. I'm gonna lift the right leg higher than the left. Then the left leg higher than the right. Then both legs. And then flop down, turn your palms down, let your legs flop, do nothing. Okay, so feel your hands, palms are down. Hands on the floor, take the arms out about 30 degrees away from the body. Turn your toes up, heels on the floor, take your bottom ribs in. Take the shoulders, upper arms to the floor. So as if you can anchor everything you can. I'm gonna bring both knees into the chest. You are too, both knees in. Yeah, and we're gonna keep the hands where they are. The knees can be, away from the body. The calves can be away from the thighs. And start to drop these knees over to the right. Don't touch the floor if you can. Good. And then come up. Drop them to the left without touching the floor if you can. If you have to touch the floor, you touch the floor. And I'm just going to continue to do this side to side. I'm not going super fast. Squeezing the knees together, flexing the feet, using the hands on the floor to help. Okay, so you do what you need to do, friend. If you need to drop the knees and just breathe, do that. I'm gonna kick this up. So we're gonna speed it up, if that works. Okay, now you might start to travel. I'm gonna take the hands and reach them off the floor and just swing them side to side as I do this. You kind of are finding your own little dance. So let it be what it'll be. Maybe it's fast, maybe it's slow. But it's gonna happen for another 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then rest, hug the knees in. Place the feet on the floor, take your arms over your head, stretch your legs out, move if you have traveled. Take a nice big stretch. Good. Okay, inhale. As you exhale, right knee into the chest, hug it in. Now extend the leg up to the sky, hands interlaced behind the center of the thigh. And I'm gonna press this thigh away. My foot is flexed. If you need to bend your knee and push the thigh away, do that. Activate the left foot. I'm gonna take the head and chest up. So inhale, exhale, lift your head, lift your chest, take your hands up higher behind this leg. Draw it in, elbows in, breathe, extend through the left leg. Okay, I'm gonna keep my chest and everything lifted, release the hand, but take it behind the left leg. So see if you can switch without changing your head and chest position. Then find this here, hands can go up higher. You know, you just kind of be where you need to be. Breathe. And then we'll release down. You can let the right leg come down. Bring this left knee into your chest, hug it in. Okay, release it, both arms over your head, legs stretch out. Get nice and long. Okay, I'm gonna come back up. You know, I call it Frankenstein, so you know that name. Okay, so you lift the arms up, take your head off the floor, take the ribs in, firm your legs, press into the floor, come all the way up, then reach up, and we're coming right back down. Nice and slow. Okay, when you get to a place you want to hover, lift your legs up off the floor. Breathe. Left leg higher than the right. Breathe. Right leg higher than the left. Both legs up. Knees into your chest. Lie down. Hug them in. Good. Take your legs, stretch them out. Arms over your head. Breathe. Good. Okay. Inhale. We're going to bring the left leg up, and I'm going to lift the right arm up. So left leg, right arm up. So the right leg and the left arm are staying exactly as they are. Good. Okay, now take this right hand behind the back of the left thigh. We're going to start to take this left leg over, and the hand is just going to travel up. Eventually, maybe it's going to move to the outside, but it might just support this part here of your leg. You take the elbow down. And then stretch through the left arm, left leg, right leg. Okay, and then the right hand is just there to support you. So you put it anywhere you need to. Extend in all directions. Take that left hip away, aim it to the back of your mat. Good. Inhale, come back up. Lift your right arm, lift your left leg. Good, and now switch arms. Right arm comes down, left leg's gonna grab the outside of this left leg. Inhale, exhale, left leg opens to the left, and the left elbow can come down. The hand can hold maybe back of the thigh or anywhere you need to hold on there. Stretch through, right arm, right leg, left leg. Breathe. Yes, and then release, and we'll just lower that left leg down to the floor. Take the left arm back over your head. And then just do nothing. Just feel. Good. Okay, so we're going to do all that second side. So adjust yourself, extend yourself, and then lift right leg, left arm up. And even if you have the right leg bent, you know, you honor yourself. Take that left hand, hold the inside of your right leg somewhere, and then start to take it across your body. And the left elbow can come down, the hand can hold the leg anywhere. It doesn't need to go anywhere near the floor. Stretch through left leg, right arm, right foot. Just open this up. Take this right hip away from your head. Reach, reach, reach in all directions. Good. Inhale, come up. Lift the left arm. Right leg is up. Now switch arms. Right hand holds the outside of this right leg, somewhere, anywhere. And exhale, open it out. Take the right elbow to the floor. The hand supports the leg anywhere that works for you. And then stretch out from the supporting limbs. Everything just gets nice and long. You just stretch yourself as much as you can. Invite in freedom, vitality, spaciousness. And then all the way back up. Lower the leg, both arms over your head, do nothing. Just flop and breathe. Good. Okay, so here we're gonna come up. Actually, you know what, I feel a little rock and roll coming. So let's do that instead. So bring the knees into your chest, hug in, and then your hands can be on your knees, your shins, or the backs of your thighs even. And you're just gonna rock yourself front to back as if you're coming up, and you're going to be very kind to yourself. Like, I'm going to take it to the fullness is to take the feet over the head and really rock it out. So you do whatever works. You don't have to go super fast. You could use your hands on the floor even to help. And yes, I know, I'm going to do 2 more. If you're done, you're done. I'm just going to come to sit. Okay, I said 2 more, but that's 3. whatever. I could do 10 more. Okay, and then come up, beautiful. Just sit for a moment, and we're gonna grab our blocks and place them handy-wise, and thank you. Okay, so just have your blocks in a place where you know where they are. I'm gonna come up to standing. So I was hoping to use 2 cameras, not gonna happen, but that's okay. So from here, you come up to standing any way that works. You might already be up, but maybe, you know, in cross-legged, I can really press the edges of the feet in. You know, you might come up here first and then uncross and, you know, you see if you can come up without using your hands. Groovy. Okay, good. So just stand for a moment, breathe, feel, and I'm just gonna lift this up. See if we can take, there we go. Okay, good. Nice. So just standing wherever you are on your mat. We're gonna come into tree pose. So before we do that, actually, let's rock on the feet. So take your hands maybe to your hips or keep them in front of your heart and just rock front to back onto your heels and the balls of the feet. Good. Okay, and then stand, and let's take those feet, let's roll them to the outer edges and in. So you can even lift your toes. I'm moving my hands same way I'm moving my feet. So knees come together. Good, okay. Now plant on your feet, hands to your hips. Let's move over to the right foot, lift the left heel, turn it out, bring it in. You find your place here, you gather into the midline, hug the hips in. If you can bring that in here, then take that foot up. Go wherever you go. Maybe you grab it, go high to the thigh, but you know, it really doesn't matter. And then the hands can stay at the heart, they can come up, you grow your tree. Okay, breathe. So you're stretching in all directions. If we fall out, no big deal. Just get back in. Reach and press the foot into the floor. Embody everything you just did. So you can reach, lengthen, be here. One more breath. And then I'm going to take the hands down first. You know, I like to challenge my balance. So bring the hands in, and then we'll step down. And again, you know, maybe that foot takes its time touching the floor. And, okay, just close your eyes so you can feel. Take a full breath in, full breath out. And then gently open your eyes. Shift the weight onto the left foot. Lift the right heel, turn it out. And find, you know, gather in, hug in, find your place. If your eyes are looking at the floor, that's going to help with your balance. If you want to challenge your balance, start to lift the gaze. And if you really want to challenge your balance, you can look up. And then really, really, really want to challenge your balance, you can close your eyes. I'm just going to try it. Woo. Okay, embody the tree. Lift yourself up, hug the hips in, one more breath, and then maybe you challenge your balance as you come down, leg like you don't even care, and then both feet to the floor. Gonna take a full breath. Okay, come to stand at the front of your mat. Great, okay. And then I am gonna use blocks today, so I do have blocks here. All right, bring your hands together at your heart. Feel your feet on the floor, lengthen the head. And as you exhale, release your arms down by your sides. Inhale, sweep your arms up to the sky, look up. And exhale, open your arms. Take the butt back as you fold. And bend your knees. Find your blocks. Place the blocks on your mat. I'm going highest height. You can go anywhere you like. Inhale, lift your head and your heart. And exhale, fold. And, you know, be very kind. And breathe here. And take one more breath. Good. Okay, hands on your blocks or on the floor so you can press down, lift your head and your heart. Keep the right foot where it is. Take the left foot all the way to the back. Wiggle it. Get long in your lunge. And then put your hands wherever you need. We're just going to straighten and bend like we did the other day. I'm going to do this a lot because There's so much that happens when you straighten the leg and you push the back heel down, lift the front foot. So when I say lift the front foot, I keep the heel on the floor. I'm just lifting the sole of the foot. Good. Okay, we're going to do one more. And then we're going to come into lunge. We're going to take the hands off the blocks, bring them to the hips. So I have to squeeze the hips in towards each other to find the balance. Squeeze in, thighs together, stretch out, lift your heart if you can, smile. If you want to lift your arms, go for it. Okay, I'm going to take the knee down. So you can bring the hands back to the blocks or you stay here and lower your knee down to the floor. Good. Inhale here. Exhale, take your hands to the blocks. Straighten the front leg, take the hips back. Okay, you can walk your hands back if you need that, or you go forward more. Breathe here. Pull the right hip back. Good. Okay, come on back to this bent knee lunge. Put your blocks wherever you need. Okay, I'm going to lift that back knee up again. So I'm going to take my hands up in the air. You can keep them on the blocks. So just a challenge to reach up. Feel everything. Yes, lift up. Breathe. One more breath. And then take your hands to the blocks. Step your feet forward. So I was going to say together, but they can be farther apart. Inhale and exhale and fold. Good. Okay, from this fold, I'm going to take the hands, I'm going to reach up to the sky. Open your arms. Breathe here. If this works for you, groovy. If you want to bring the hands together, interlace the fingers and open more, go for it. Let's take it a little deeper. Take 2 more breaths. Good. Okay, lower your hands back to your blocks. Lift your head and your heart. Exhale, fold. Okay, left foot's coming maybe between the blocks and the right foot's going to step all the way to the back. Wiggle it. Okay, and then we just go to the bend and straighten. You move your blocks so that they're supportive. The blocks are to take the floor higher. So you just bring them back wherever you need. Feel into your legs, like be here now. What's happening in the right heel, right calf? You know, feel all of that. Okay, now come into this bent knee lunge. Squeeze the hips. I'm going to take my hands to my hips again. I've got to find the balance. So take the bottom ribs in. Everything we did on the floor comes in here. Then you reach. If this works, breathe. Okay, we're going to lower that back knee. So you decide if the hands are coming to the blocks or you're just going to lower. Okay, take your hands to the blocks now. If they're not there, straighten your left leg. You can lift the sole of the foot up off the floor. Move your blocks wherever you need. Breathe. Good. Okay, come on back. Find your lunge. So you use the blocks, okay, or you take the arms up in the air. You're going to lift that back knee however you need to do it. Find it. Breathe. And then lower. Good. Find your forward fold again. So feet come together, any distance. And exhale, fold down. Okay, arms are coming back over the head. So if interlacing the fingers is too much, but lifting the arms up is too easy, maybe take the blocks with you and just reach up. You can even, have them resting against each other. See how that is? Or opposite, interlace your fingers. Reach up and over. Breathe. Good. Okay, release your hands back to the blocks. Lift your head and your heart. Good. Stay here. Step the right foot forward, left foot back. Wiggle it. We're going to turn that left foot so it's flat. Okay. And just kind of look at your foot positioning. I'm going to keep the right hand where it is. You could even pull that block back if you like. We're going to keep the right knee bent. Left hand's coming to the left hip. Open. Okay. Now take that left heel, pop it out a little more. Maybe you can open, you can split the legs a little more. Now take that left arm up and over your ear. Stretch. Good. Release. Okay, take the left hand, grab your block, bring both blocks to face center as you turn both feet. We're just going to do the other side, but we'll just do it this way. Okay, turn your right foot to point, or left foot to point out. Right heel turns out. Now I'm just going to take that right hand with the block, bring it back. I can just leave that other block there. Take your left hand to your hip, open yourself, bend more into your knee, nice strong through the back leg, and then take the arm up and over your ear. And just stretch in all directions, right? Exact same thing. Stretch all directions, everything awake and alive. Good. Okay, release. Hands in front, pivot both feet. Good. Inhale and exhale, fold. And I might rest my forearms on the blocks here. Just let the head go. Start to lift your tail up back there, like stretch through the backs of your legs. Press the backs of the legs open. Breathe. Good. Okay, and then coming back, I'm going to take my hands to the blocks. Now I'm going to jump my feet together. So I want to feel very strong here. So I push my hands into the blocks, take my bottom ribs in, firm the legs, and then jump your feet. Yes, okay, come all the way up. And just breathe. So we're going to take pigeon in a tree. Now I have a wall. I'm just going to show this. I'm just going to show it super quick. So number one, if you're not used to this, I'm going to cross that over, sit down. So if you take your hands to the wall and you're just here, if that gives you enough, then that's great. You'll just switch. Otherwise, I'm going to do it here with the blocks. So hands to your hips or in front of your heart. Inhale. Exhale, sit down in your legs. Shift the weight to the right foot. Left heel rests over the right knee. Okay, then I start to come down. Maybe the hands are going to go to the thighs and I sit, or they come to the blocks, or they can go all the way to the floor. You're going to find your own place of intensity, of support, of balance, of breath, all of that. You can even bend that right knee a little more, stick the butt back a little more. Good. Okay, one more breath. And then preparing to come up with like so much grace and elegance, whatever that means for you. Rise it up and then step down like you don't even care. Okay, once you get down, just rest. Yes. Oh my gosh, feel your heart beating. It can't just be me, right? Okay, phew. Second side. So I look at my feet, find your balance, take your hands to your heart or your hips. As you exhale, sit down in your legs, shift the weight onto the left foot, right heel comes up and over. I just want to move so I can put heart in camera. And then start to come down, whatever that is. You can use your wall, thighs, I flex the foot. I'm hugging everything into the midline though, don't forget about that. And then you come down, hands to the blocks, maybe to the floor. Breathe, fine. Oh, where can I get so juicy? If I bend the knee more, stick the butt back more, I'm going to get a little more for me. You breathe. Okay, and then grace and elegance, however that is. Rise up, release, or whatever. Dance your way out, and then do nothing. Breathe and bask. Yes. Okay, I'm going to take these blocks back to the front of the mat. I don't know if we're going to use them again, but just leave them there. Come stand at the front. Bring your hands together at your heart. Take a full breath in and out. Inhale as you are. Exhale, release your arms. Inhale, sweep up, look up. Exhale, bend your knees full. The blocks are there if you need them. Just take your hands to the floor. Take a full breath in and out. Let's just add the arms one more time. You can sit down more in your legs. Take your arms up, interlace or not, and reach up. Move the shoulders away from the ears, shoulder blades together. You might get them over a little more. Let's take 2 more breaths. Good. And then arms all the way down, touch the earth, lift your head and your heart. Exhale, fold, and we're going to step back, downward dog. I'm going to jump it. So I spread my fingers, really anchor into the floor, nice strong arms, take the ribs back, and then give a little hop, see what happens, or step back. Now you could be downward dog, you could be child's pose, it could be hands and knees. We're just gonna take a few breaths here. I've made this downward dog a little longer than I normally do, just for fun. Good, okay, sweet. And then lower yourself onto your knees, move into your child's pose. Good. Lower down, rest here. Good. Take 1 more breath. And then walk your hands back and come up to sit. And I'm going to sit in Vajrasana. Maybe you move, that's, sitting on your legs. Maybe you move to sit cross-legged, whatever works. Okay, good. All right, we're going to grab blocks. Grab your blocks. You have your blocks there. Okay, I'm going to come to sit in Virasana. And so that's, when you're on the shins, and the blocks will go in between your feet. And you might use 2 blocks, 10 blocks. If this isn't happening for you to sit back here, then you just can sit cross-legged and we can just modify through. But also sit on something, make it nice, take your time. 1 block, 2 blocks, 10 blocks. Oh, look, Heart's building up a, can't see.
I'm gonna try it.
But that's great. However works. If this doesn't work for you, it doesn't work for you. And you just go, okay, I'm just gonna sit in a way that works. But otherwise, you build up your house. Like if you can see, oh, you can't see. Heart has like 2 bolsters, a blanket.
It's not bad.
Okay, great. So take your time. I'll just give you a moment or 2. And once you're here, we're just gonna massage the feet a little bit. So it might be 1 foot at a time, might be both. And I'm just painting horizontal lines with my thumbs. And when I get to the toes, I'm just gonna spread them out, particularly the big toe, second toe. I might anchor them down, use my fists. Okay, and then I'm assuming you're in wherever you're gonna be. Just let your hands rest. We're just gonna take a few breaths here. It's gonna let yourself sink, lift, like just find whatever this is. Okay, we're just gonna start with a twist. So I'll take the right hand behind, and it might go on another block or to the wall even, if you need to do that. And then left hand comes over and just gonna turn. So if you're sitting cross-legged, no problem here. Nice turn. And then inhale, and just float your hands over second side. Again, find whatever you need. Breathe. Okay, we're just getting the body used to this shape. We're gonna come out. I'm gonna come into downward dog to release. But if that's no good, you just stretch 1 leg back and then the other. So you just take your time. Otherwise, it's a downward dog. Take 3 breaths. Really stretch out the backs of your legs. And then we're gonna come back into Virasana. So you find it again. You can take your hands to your calf muscle and you kind of iron the calves down and out and come back to sit. Good, however you are here. Again, we're just gonna pause, feel. You can massage your feet if you like. Separate your toes, breathe. Okay, I'm gonna take the right hand down to the floor and I'm take my left hand, grab hold of my left ankle to see if I can take that left foot out and put it down on the floor. So I'm sitting with the left foot on the floor, right knee back. If you're in cross-legged, then you are like this. Okay, so whatever works here. Be kind, move slow. We're gonna take twist again. Yeah, okay, heart's just coming to sit cross-legged, and that's just fine. Okay, so from here, I'll put the right hand behind, take the left arm, reach it up, Now you're going to turn to the right as you bring this elbow down to the inside of the left knee. And I turn. Okay, now this left knee is going to want to come in. I'm going to press it back out. And then, this hand might move. Maybe I'll bring that back. Breathe. Okay, I'm going to take it a little bit deeper. Oh, here, I just did this with see if you can take your thumb and hold on to your, what's that? The middle finger. Good, okay. Now I'm going to take the right hand off the floor. I'm just going to reach it behind the back. Now I might even be able to grab, hold on to the left thigh a little bit and open. Okay, so hopefully you're uncomfortable, but it's okay. You can smile. Good. Okay, release. Now I'm going to come back downward dog here to switch sides. So I have the left foot on the floor. I just come up. Maybe it's a downward dog, or you can just switch sides, however works. Good. Okay, so to switch sides, I'm going to just take the right shin down this time, and then I'll just step the left foot forward and come and sit. So if that didn't work, do whatever works so that you're on the opposite side, and then just pause, feel, do I need more props? Is this good for me? No good. Okay. And then you go cross-legged if it's no good. Left hand comes to the floor, right arm lifts. And turn to the left, take this elbow to the inside. Oh, I love it. I just see heart modifying for himself. Beautiful. That's the way to do it. See if you can let that outer hip not lift so much. Okay, and then breathe here. If you want to, can go deeper, an anchoring elbow and knee, and take that hand off the floor, bring it back. I might even be able to hold the right thigh here. And open, but no awards, no prizes. Go where you need to be. Good. Okay, release. Good, I'm going to come out of this again. Come down. Take a downward dog or just be here. We're going to do one more Virasana. Okay. So find it again. Actually, no, okay, let's just do this. I'm going to switch, but we'll come back one more time. So find your way here. Okay. However you're sitting is all good. I'm watching my man just keep rearranging himself, and that's what it's about, right? Okay, so from here, however you're sitting, I'm just gonna start to walk the hands back, see if I can lean back a little bit. And maybe you lean back on, if you get your hands or use your blocks or your bolster. I'm gonna lift the hips up now. So they might go up, a little bit, and then I'll bring them back. Or maybe I'll do that, just a few times just to kind of feel whatever this is for you, just be kind. And if you don't even, like I'm watching Hart, doesn't even need to lift his hips because they're lifted so high, yeah. It's happening. Okay, come back, just sit, feel all of this. Okay, and then last downward dog. So take your time, and again, if it's just hands and knees, that's all good. I'm gonna just take my foot and just move this block off my mat. And okay, good. Let's bring it forward into plank, and your knees can be on the floor. And just as an homage to what we did earlier, I'm gonna really plant my hands. I take the shoulders away from the ears, bottom ribs in, lift your right leg up off the floor, and just be here. If you really want to challenge, you shift onto the right hand, see if you can take the left hand up off the floor, and then come back and do the other side. So the left leg lifts, and engage everything up to the sky. See if you can take that right hand off. Okay, and then lower all the way onto your belly. Rest your forehead. Feel your heart beating, your breath. Breathe. Good. Okay. So just finding a little bit of the quadricep stretch. We were just inviting in a little bit with the Virasana. Take a full breath in, full breath out. Anchor your hands, lift your head. Let's take the left forearm flat to the floor. And we'll bend the right leg and then reach back. And here, you might use your strap. You might just grab your pants. You might grab your foot. You might be on the outer edge, but if you can go big toe edge, do it. And then just hug everything to the midline. Take your gaze forward, and we're going to extend in all directions. So feel that foot, pressing into the hand. Maybe the leg lifts, maybe the thigh lifts, maybe the straight arm on the floor lifts. And we just give glory here. And then release it all. Rest. You can rock your hips. Feel that great release through the back line of the body. There's no pill. Nobody can say, here, take this, and you'll open your back. No, you got to do the work. So find it second side, right forearm down, bend the left leg, reach back, find your foot or your pants or whatever you've got to grab here. You could also use a strap, and then just hug everything in. And once you hug it in, you might even find, everything's just kind of gonna happen. Everything's gonna lift. Really hug into your midline, open your toes, your fingers. Breathe. And release and rest. Okay. So before we move to release the back from all of that, let's just take a cobra and open your legs wider than you normally would. Tuck your little toes under, press the heels back so the legs maybe lift. Then lower the legs back down, tops of the feet to the floor. Lift your head and your heart. Take your hands underneath your shoulders. Spread your fingers. Lift the shoulders. Lift the bottom ribs in. Take the belly in. Now lift yourself up through the power of your hands. Come up as high as it feels good for you. If the shoulders, your cobra hood is coming forward, take it back. Take the belly in. Stretch through the legs. Breathe. Feel free to rock side to side. Loosen yourself. Let your hips move. Whatever wants to move here. It's good stuff. Good. Inhale and exhale. Lower all the way down. Rest. Breathe. Bend your knees. So just the shins are lifted. Rock the feet side to side, or the calves side to side. Like you're doing windshield wiper here. Just release your back. Good. Okay. Keep the legs lifted, but bring the soles of the feet together. Give them a little rub. Create some magic. Yes, and then we're going to press up and back to child's pose. I'm going to come up hands and knees, so just take your hands, press up. Now I really want to release the back from all that work. So let's take your bolster, and if you don't have a bolster handy, where did my bolster go? Then you could also just use a rolled up blanket. And I'm just going to put it right into the tummy. I hug it in, I lift myself up and over, and it's not a super deep child's pose. It might be, depending on you. And just letting the head go, breathing into the tummy. She's figured out we don't want her to bark in here, so she's gone down to the basement. So smart. Anyway, okay, release everything so that you send the breath into your back. Okay. If this sitting like this isn't comfortable for you, you can always lie down and just put this bolster under your belly. Okay, see if you can drop your head a little more. You're going to expand that breath into your back. Okay, let's play with the breath a little bit. So on your next inhale, fill yourself up completely, hold the breath. And then press out, suck it in, like just through your belly, like without breathing. Push the breath out, suck it in, do that a few times, and then release the breath. Good. Okay. All right, preparing to come out of this. Take your bolster and just place it down. We're just going to lie over it now, again, just to open up the low back a little bit. So you have your blocks handy, and you might want something for your head. So I'll just fold a blanket, put it there just for my head, and then we'll just sit back. Now I have this block. I'm just going to show you. So I'm here. I'm just going to lie down over the bolster. So you could be right up against the bolster, a little bit away. And then maybe your block comes underneath your tush, and that might feel really nice. You could go second height of the block and just kind of let everything melt over there. So it's like a version of upside down a little bit. I'm gonna say very little bit, but we let the shoulders relax. You know, if you like the block on the highest height, you could do that here too. So we take this version of inversion and rest. So put the block any height, and if you don't, you know, we are gonna also remove the block in a bit. So just enjoy it. It could be a blanket. Okay, if you want to stretch your legs along, if you like that feeling into the hip crease, go for it. Breathe. You just kind of rest here, let the props do the work. If you don't have a bolster, you just hold a blanket into a nice long shape to support your head, your upper back. And if your legs are stretched out, just re-bend them now. Good. Okay, so the part of you that's draping between block, bolster, just let that part be a little heavier. Let your jaw go. Feel your head supported, your shoulders, shoulder blades, arms dropping. Okay, and then if you have the block on any height but the lowest height, just lower it down. And you might just go to the second, you know, just take your time. So we'll just lower the block. If you're on the lowest height, just stay there. Good. Okay, if your feet are on the floor, you can heel toe them a little bit wider. We'll just rock the knees side to side, just massage your low back here, your sacrum on the block. Just feel that happening. Good. Okay, then come into your stillness. Take 3 breaths as you are. And then we're going to take the block out. If you're on the second height, you want to go lowest height for a few moments, you know, hang out there. And then we'll take the block out and come all the way down to the floor. If it's too much, you know, throw a blanket back in or put your block back in. Okay, I'm going to add the arms just as a way to release them. I'm going to take them over my head, grab hold of opposite elbows, and rest them. Hopefully they'll end up on your bolster as well. If they go over, you know, you have really long arms, find a way to be comfortable here. If it's no good to be like this, you know, you modify. Okay, I'm melting everything over. I can stretch the legs out here. If that's comfortable for you, go for it. Just rest into this. You don't have to grip your elbows so much. You can just be in that place where the arms are going to stay. Maybe it's better for you to cross the arms over your chest. I'll say that too. You know, you modify. And I'm just going to change the cross. So however you are, change the cross of your arms. Drop in again to your breath. Okay, and then we'll release the arms. And from here, friend, we're going to move to Shavasana. So this is Shavasana too. If you're happy as you are, just throw a blanket over top and you can just stay here. And if you'd like to come off the bolster, then do that. So you make it very nice for you. Make it a nice Shavasana. Warm yourself, and you know, you can put that bolster underneath your calves if you prefer. I'm just going to stay here in the Shavasana too. And drop into your stillness, your breath, softening your muscles of your face, your jaw, your third eye, the back of your heart, the sides of your neck. And sweeping your awareness down through this whole body to come to the soles of your feet. Just bring your awareness to the soles of your feet. And just connect the flow of your breath to the energy in the soles of the feet. Imagining and feeling that the soles of your feet are doing the breathing. The breathing and the receiving connecting of this energy, awakening energy happening outside of your home and happening within yourself. So here in this very rested place, just tapping into your own sacred source. Honoring all these places that are open, that are opening, that are reawakening. Feeling, that yoga is the fountain of youth. It is the way in to release, to connect, to acknowledge, and to feel. Resting into your own stillness. And for these next few moments, do less. Just opening your ears to the sounds inside and outside of your space. And choosing to stay in your stillness and in your rest. We're beginning to make little movements to just awaken yourself kindly, lovingly. And eventually you'll come to rest on your side. And you'll stay there for a few moments, just letting the body be in the in-between from lying down before sitting up. And so when you're ready, we'll just all meet in seated, or you stay lying down. I honor your rest, friend. I honor your work, I honor your rest. And take your time. And just pausing once you come up to seated, and just enjoying, savoring your awakened energy. Just feeling into all the vibrations within you. And it's like those first 3 ohms create the vibrations to kind of wake things up. And then I always think of the last ohm as that bringing it all home. And so staying as you are, as you inhale, as you exhale, bringing the hands together in front of your heart, bowing your chin. As you inhale, you'll lengthen tall, lift your chin. Exhale as you are. And we'll join together in our May We Be Blessed mantra. Inhale. May we be blessed with loving kindness. May we be well. May we be peaceful and at ease. May we be healthy and may we be happy. And we'll seal that together with one Om. Inhale. Bowing your chin. Om Shanti, Om Peace, Om Namaste. As you inhale, lift your chin, and as you exhale, breathe into your hands. Catch your breath. Put all your loving kindness energies into these hands. Lift your chin, open your eyes, offer that to yourself, and we'll offer that out. Great. Thank you so much, friends. Thank you for being here and sharing this space and this practice, and with great love and honoring in my heart. Namaste. Hope everyone's doing well. We'll see you later.